Imagine a secret, only known to a select few, the profound power of detachment. This journey, often misunderstood, challenges our deepest beliefs and perceptions. Typically, attachment is seen as synonymous with love and care, but what if I told you that detachment could be the key to a more enriching and emotionally healthy life? It may sound contradictory, but prepare yourself for a journey into the less explored realms of emotional and material detachment, where we'll uncover the Stoic practices and perspectives that, while seemingly paradoxical, are crucial for emotional well-being and personal development. Are you ready for a transformative experience? Join us as we delve into freeing ourselves from the invisible constraints and fostering stronger, more wholesome emotional connections. Subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell, and like this video to embark on this journey of self-discovery and emotional liberation. Step 1. Embracing separation for clarity. Our first step towards detachment is, paradoxically, to step back. This isn't about creating an emotional void, but rather gaining clarity. Imagine being at a bustling party, bombarded by loud music and conversations. Trying to hear a friend's whisper in this chaos is a challenge. Similarly, when deeply involved in a situation or relationship, our emotions intensify, clouding our judgment. Just like stepping away from the noise to a quieter spot, creating mental and emotional space allows us to hear our thoughts and see things more clearly. Seneca, a philosopher of great wisdom, advocated for this return to oneself, emphasizing that it's not just a physical distance, but a mental and emotional one. When our judgment is clouded by emotions, distancing allows us to observe them as transient, separate from our core being. This detachment isn't indifference, but a method to face situations objectively, analyzing them as if surveying an entire chessboard rather than focusing solely on one piece. Step 2. Thoughtful distancing for growth. The second step in detachment involves a deliberate decision to distance ourselves. Consider your life as a voyage at sea, where the people in your life are like various winds and currents. Some guide you smoothly, while others might steer you into rough waters. As the captain of your ship, it's crucial to discern which influences to embrace and which to navigate around. This decision isn't an escape, but a strategic move towards personal well-being, aligned with your values. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher who rose from slavery to wisdom, highlighted the importance of choosing relationships that resonate with our true selves. Reflect on your relationships as mirrors, revealing whether they bring peace, growth, and understanding, or breed uncertainty, discomfort, and distress. Detachment here is a conscious choice for self-preservation and moral integrity. It's not about embracing cold logic, but a wisdom that urges us to consider what people bring into our lives, harmony or discord. Step 3. Seeking wisdom in trustworthy conversations. The third step involves seeking counsel in conversations with someone you trust. In moments when life feels like a puzzle, it's beneficial to draw on Stoic wisdom. The resilience of Stoic thinkers underscores the importance of solid connections. Having a trustworthy person in your life is like an anchor in a storm. This interaction is more than venting. It's about gaining clarity and new perspectives. Think of it as having a co-pilot in your life's journey, aiding in navigation when your own compass seems unclear. Seneca valued the wisdom that comes from sharing, seeing a friend as a mirror reflecting not just our appearance, but our deepest truths. By confiding in someone, we're not just sharing words, but inviting them into our inner world, offering a view of our thoughts and emotions. This sharing creates a mutual understanding and support, where insights are exchanged as much as condolences. Choose someone who embodies the values you cherish. Their role is not to solve your problems, but to offer a listening ear and remind you that you're not alone on this journey. In their words, you might find wisdom that sheds light on different aspects of your situation. Step 4. Establishing emotional boundaries. Step 4 is about creating boundaries for our emotions. When feelings dominate, it's akin to steering a ship in a storm with strong emotional waves. Stoicism isn't about avoiding these waves, but navigating through them with discernment. This involves knowing when to let the waves guide us and when to firmly hold the ship's wheel. Emotions are part of being human, but without boundaries, they can lead us astray. The key is to experience these emotions without being engulfed by them. Epictetus reminds us that it's not events that affect us, but our interpretation of them. Setting emotional boundaries is like having a mindful caretaker in our minds, welcoming each emotional visitor, but not allowing them to overrun our inner space. For instance, when anger arises, we acknowledge it, understand its cause, but don't let it control our actions. This is about dialoguing with our emotions, recognizing their place, and directing them so they don't overshadow our logic. Practically, it may mean allowing yourself time to experience an emotion fully, and then shifting focus to solutions. This isn't about denying feelings, but managing their influence. It's a balancing act, akin to a tightrope walker who is aware of the danger, but stays focused on the rope. In doing so, we respect our emotions without becoming their prisoners. We feel, understand, and then guide them towards a state of harmony and reason. This process isn't about repressing emotions, but about moderating and managing them. Step 5. Assessing consequences of detachment. The fifth step requires us to evaluate the potential outcomes of detachment. When at the crossroads of detachment, it's essential to pause and consider each possible path. Stoicism encourages not rash decisions, but deep reflection. Imagine each path as a potential future, with each choice leading to different outcomes. What lies ahead on the road of distancing? Growth, serenity, a more solid sense of self, or possibly regret and longing. This foresight isn't about predicting the future accurately, but preparing wisely. Marcus Aurelius, an emperor who faced the challenge of ruling a vast empire, used past reflections to guide his expectations of the future, resonating with the Stoic approach of using past experiences as a compass for future decisions. Think back on times when you distanced yourself and evaluate the outcomes. Did the separation bring clarity and peace, or did it lead to isolation and regret? Use these retrospections as a map, learning from past experiences to navigate future challenges better. Consider also the impact of your decision on others. Stoicism advises us to balance our needs with the collective good. When detaching, ask if this action promotes your personal development and positively impacts others' lives, or, conversely, could it cause harm or misunderstandings? This step goes beyond self-interest. It's about aligning your well-being with the broader context we are part of. It's like walking attentively in a garden, ensuring that your steps encourage growth rather than harm the plants. Detachment, from a Stoic perspective, is an exercise in careful wisdom, a considered decision that takes into account not just the self, but the complex network of relationships we are part of. Step 6. Taking a break from social media. The sixth step on our journey involves giving ourselves a break from social media. Think of your mind as a tranquil lake. Now picture social networks as raindrops, constantly disturbing that calm surface. Every update, notification, and comparison is a drop that disrupts the serenity of the lake. Stoic philosophy, though ancient, offers timeless wisdom for handling such modern distractions. Seneca, reflecting on the brevity of life, might view social media as a source of countless unnecessary diversions, especially in the process of detachment. This step is about reclaiming our time and attention, choosing where to focus our valuable energy. In the realm of social media, our attention is the most coveted asset. By stepping back from these platforms, we're not just avoiding a digital deluge, but creating space for our minds to breathe and reflect. It's like closing the curtains to muffle the noise of a busy street. The constant clamor persists, but for a moment, it ceases to be our focus. In this peaceful environment, conducive to reflection and understanding, we find serenity. Taking a break from social media isn't an escape, but an act of self-care, discerning what strengthens us and what drains us. Notice the transformation in your mental state during this pause, a sense of calm, presence, and heightened awareness of your own thoughts and emotions. This self-awareness is the essence of Stoicism, recognizing what is within our control and letting go of what isn't. Understand that while we may not stop the rain, we can choose to seek shelter and appreciate the sound of the drops without getting wet. Interrupting social media use may feel like jumping off a speeding train, but it's in stillness that we find clarity. When stepping away from the digital world temporarily, remember Seneca's words and use this time for enriching activities such as reading, walking, journaling, or engaging in hobbies that nourish your spirit. This break is a chance to reconnect with yourself, rediscovering your essence in silence, away from the collective tumult. Step 7. Focusing on fundamental needs. The 7th step invites us to focus deliberately on our most fundamental needs. As we progress on this path, it's crucial to turn our attention to the core of our being. Here lies the heart of Stoicism, the emphasis on what truly matters for our inner growth and well-being. This involves shedding the superfluous, the noise, the trivialities, to nurture what genuinely nourishes the soul. Go beyond material needs and dive deeper into aspects such as emotional sustenance, moral integrity, and personal development. Visualize your life as a garden. What are the essential elements for your flourishing? Just as sunlight and water are vital for plants, identify what is indispensable for your emotional and spiritual growth. Epicurus, who thrived amidst adversity, deeply understood the importance of focusing on what is essential. His teachings encourage us to discern between the necessary and the superfluous. True wealth, according to Epicurus, lies not in having many possessions, but in having few needs. Apply this philosophy to your emotional life, reflecting on what is necessary for you to feel fulfilled, stable, and at peace. Remember that often less is more in a world filled with choices and distractions. Finding contentment in simplicity and depth involves pondering what truly brings authentic happiness and peace. In practice, this may mean dedicating time to reflect on what brings you genuine joy, whether in solitude, meaningful conversations, engaging in a hobby, or other activities that nourish your spirit. Identifying these essential needs and prioritizing them is like packing for a journey, taking only what adds value to your experience. This intentional focus facilitates detachment from what is unnecessary, be it people or situations that are not in tune with your basic needs. By centering your life around these fundamental needs, you establish a solid foundation of stability and contentment. This is not a one-time exercise, but a continuous process, a constant return to what truly matters. As you journey through life, keep revisiting your fundamental needs, adapting and realigning them as you grow and transform. This focus is your compass, guiding you through the complexities of life with clarity and purpose. Living intentionally and not just existing is at the heart of Stoicism. If you're enjoying it, don't forget to leave your comment to help boost engagement with our content. If you don't have anything to comment, simply say, "Gratitude is the key." and mention today's date. Let's keep going. Step 8. Cultivating gratitude and presence. The 8th step, the celebration of gratitude and the recognition of the present, represents a crucial turning point in our journey towards detachment. Here, we dive deep into the virtue of gratitude, which stands out as a central pillar in Stoicism. This stage involves a close and appreciative look at what we have right now, identifying the blessings and valuable lessons hidden in each of our experiences. The practice of gratitude goes beyond simply thanking for the joys of life. It also encompasses the ability to value the learning that arises from challenging moments. By cultivating a grateful spirit, we are capable of contemplating the world and our experiences from an entirely new perspective. Obstacles transform into steps that lead us to personal growth and the strengthening of our character. This paradigm shift leads us to shift our focus from deficiencies to a deep appreciation of the blessings within our reach. The constant practice of counting blessings, be it meaningful encounters, the contemplation of natural beauty, or moments of serenity and deep reflection, enhances our ability to live in the present with fullness and awareness, strengthening our emotional resilience. This practice can be compared to weaving a rich tapestry of experiences where each thread of gratitude adds color and texture to the great mosaic of our existence. This step invites us to celebrate life in its entirety, welcoming each experience as a valuable opportunity for learning and personal enrichment. Therefore, by incorporating gratitude into our journey of detachment, we open the doors to a deeper connection with the present moment and a profound understanding of the meaning of life. It is as if we are exploring an uncharted treasure, where the wealth lies not only in the things we possess, but also in the lessons we extract from our experiences. So I invite you to embrace this 8th step with enthusiasm and curiosity, as it offers us the key to a fuller and more meaningful life. Step 9. Embracing flexibility and adaptability. In this crucial stage of the journey of detachment, we are challenged to accept not only the transience of all things, but also the unpredictability of the world around us. Life is a constant flow of events, some of which are beyond our control. However, what we can control is our attitude and response to these events. Flexibility of mind, in this context, is not just a passive response to changes, but an active posture of adaptation. It means being willing to let go of our old conceptions and attachments when necessary, and embracing the unknown with courage. It's like navigating a turbulent river, constantly adjusting our course as the currents take us. This doesn't mean giving up our values and principles, but finding flexible ways to apply them in different situations. The practice of flexibility also allows us to develop emotional resilience. By accepting change as a natural part of life, we reduce the resistance and suffering that often come with fighting the inevitable. Instead, we learn to flow with circumstances, transforming challenges into opportunities for growth. Flexibility empowers us to see the positive potential even in the most adverse situations. This doesn't mean ignoring suffering or denying difficulty, but finding ways to learn from these experiences and grow as individuals. Ultimately, Step 9 invites us to dance with life, to embrace its changes and twists with grace and humility. It reminds us that life is a journey of continuous discovery, and our ability to adapt and learn is what allows us to thrive amidst uncertainty. Therefore, by adopting flexibility as a fundamental principle in our pursuit of detachment, we are preparing ourselves for a richer, more meaningful, and resilient life. Step 10. Practice empathy and sharing. In the 10th step of the path of detachment, we focus our attention on cultivating empathy and practicing sharing. Inspired by Stoic principles, we recognize the importance of deeply connecting with others and positively contributing to their lives. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. In this step, we learn to listen attentively, to put ourselves in the shoes of others, and to acknowledge their perspectives and emotions. This allows us to establish more meaningful connections with the people around us, creating relationships based on understanding and solidarity. Sharing, on the other hand, involves actively contributing to the well-being of others. This can be done in various ways, from offering emotional support to assisting with concrete actions. By practicing sharing, we not only enrich the lives of others, but also strengthen our own sense of purpose and fulfillment. In this step, it is crucial to remember that detachment does not mean distancing ourselves from human relationships, but transforming them into more meaningful connections. Empathy and sharing are like bridges that connect us to others in a deep and authentic way. By practicing empathy and sharing, we contribute to a more compassionate and supportive world, aligning our actions with Stoic values of virtue and kindness. This allows us to live a fulfilling life where detachment does not make us indifferent, but makes us more aware and connected human beings. Step 11. Nourish your mind and body. In the 11th step of the path of detachment, we direct our attention to taking care of our mind and body. This step is essential for maintaining emotional and physical balance as we navigate the complexities of life. We begin with the care of the mind by practicing mindfulness and self-reflection. Mindfulness involves being present in the moment, observing our thoughts and emotions without judgment. This helps us cultivate mental clarity and reduce stress. Self-reflection, on the other hand, allows us to understand our patterns of thinking and behavior, identifying areas where we can grow and improve. Furthermore, we dedicate time to nourishing the mind through reading, learning, and practicing creative skills. This allows us to expand our knowledge, stimulate our creativity, and maintain an agile and curious mind. When it comes to taking care of the body, we value the importance of healthy eating, regular exercise, and adequate rest. The body is the vehicle that allows us to experience the world, and caring for it is fundamental to a balanced life. This step reminds us that detachment is not just about freeing ourselves from worries and stress, but also about investing in our physical and mental well-being. As we nourish our mind and body, we are better prepared to face life's challenges with resilience and serenity, aligning ourselves with Stoic principles of virtue and wisdom. This step is a reminder that self-care is an essential part of the path of detachment. When we embark on the path of detachment, whether from complications, people, or situations, we encounter a wealth of deep insights and practical guidance in the lessons of Stoicism. This millennia-old philosophy encourages us to take a step back, to carefully ponder the reasons that lead us to detachment, to engage in enlightening dialogues, to establish boundaries for our emotional reactions, and to consider the consequences of our choices. As we distance ourselves from incessant external influences, such as those of social media, and focus on our essential needs, our actions align with Stoic principles. Stoicism, with its timeless wisdom, teaches us that detachment is not synonymous with emotional insensitivity. On the contrary, it is the path to achieving inner tranquility and resilience as we navigate the intricate human relationships and life's challenges. Stoic principles shine as a beacon, offering inspiration and guidance toward a life enriched by virtue, wisdom, and emotional strength. This philosophy not only equips us to face life's vicissitudes with greater serenity, but also empowers us to cultivate deeper and more meaningful relationships, both with ourselves and with others. Thus, Stoicism proves to be a valuable guide on the path to a more conscious and balanced life. If you enjoyed this, subscribe, leave your like and your comment. Always be grateful.